Share an embarrassing moment.
Oh, there's so many. So, let's see. Oh, gosh. Okay. All right, two come to mind right away. And the first one was, I mean, this is old school. I was in high school. It was so bad. Because, again, I've always been very anxious, but always very, very resistant to medication in general. I feel like people are medicated too young. I think that there's absolutely a place for medication. I'm on medication now. It's fine. But I was nervous in high school. So they accidentally, way to go, Broward County public school system. Look it up. Broward County is called the Florida of Floridas. I'm like, that's bad. When you're like the Florida of Florida, that's bad. So out of nowhere, I was placed in Drama 4 Honors. Never had taken theater in my life. Not 1 year of it. I was like, what? But I am a smart and intuitive person. And the teacher really wanted me to stay. But when we were putting on our big stage production, like the curtains are coming open and I'm like supposed to be backstage, like hidden. And it's being filmed for sale for like all the parents and like people who want this. And I just feel like, because I need to be on the other side of the stage. I'm just like, I can make it before the curtain opens. I did not, and I ran across the entire scene. Everyone laughed, and everyone came up to me after, and I could also hear it over my speaker system of everyone laughing, and like director dying, the like assistant director dying, like laughing so hard. People came up to me after like, was that you, Carl? You ran across the stage, right? That was hilarious. I was like, yeah, cool stuff. Cool stuff. But for a more recent one, a while ago, and I'm going to keep this a little bit more vague, but I was at a large, very fancy party. Mm-hmm. And there was an open bar. Where's my mind?
Over there.
Like, there's an open bar. And they had over-purchased for the bar. Because I try to, when you're at social events and stuff, you don't want to be like the drunk one. Mm-hmm. Really, in any aspect of your life. They had over-purchased it. It was black tie, and it was really fancy, like very exclusive invite list. Mm. And I had taken my anxiety medication because I was nervous because it was a lot of people. And they were like pushing these drinks, man. They were pushing these drinks. I had a gown on. I had 7-inch heels on. Wow. Yeah. So, I wake up the next day. Don't know where I am. I have all these texts saying that I was the life of the party. Not good. And then I was staying with people, and like, you know that feeling when, and let me know if I get like mark on my face, because then I'll be like, that was an embarrassing moment. But you know when you're like with people, and you know, I woke up in my gown, and as soon as like they heard me get up, all the talking stopped. I was like, oh no. Oh no. What did I do? This is bad. Like, okay. Lost a really good friend over it.
Oh, no.
It really wasn't good. I don't know what I did, but...
they didn't tell you what you did?
I mean, they did tell me what I did, but I don't want to share their personal information. I like to keep it to, like, my personal information.
For sure.
They did tell me what I did. I didn't really think it was, like, that bad or that deep. I thought it was very poorly handled by the other party involved. But, yeah, you never want to get blackout drunk at a black tie party that's being filmed and wake up to a lot of texts saying you're the life of the party. When you're like, I do not remember the party.
Was I there? I don't think I was there.
I was like, oh, that sounds good. But yeah, that was, I don't know, maybe like, I mean, it was years ago at this point, and yeah, not
great.
Not something that I do. You gotta just keep it chill when you're out
Keep it chill.
Keep it chill. You know?
Even if they're pushing drinks,
just say no. Just say no,
You don't gotta
guys. I was like, what happened? You know, there's just no worse feeling than like you wake up and everybody stops talking. You're like,
yeah, that's happened to me more than you can imagine.
Right? It goes back to what we were talking about earlier. You're like, well, yeah, I wanted to make some changes.
Yeah,
gotta make some changes. And there's, I got embarrassing stories for days, but we can go to the next question. Like, let me not embarrass myself too much.
What's the craziest thing you've ever seen?
Oh, damn. Grew up in Florida. Okay. Craziest thing I've ever seen. Well, I mean, Trump winning was crazy. I knew it was going to happen, but...
Still crazy.
It's still so crazy. It's so sad. We should have people who are qualified for the position in the position. But on a lighter note, the craziest thing, without getting like sad face, like crazy trauma from my life. So I was at a Winn-Dixie. So those are only, I believe, in the South. It's called Winn-Dixie. So it's telling me what I need to know right there. It's a Winn-Dixie. So there's this woman, and she's like in a muumuu. That's fine. You can wear a muumuu. I don't care. I think any size is fine. You do it, girl.
Right.
She's got her curlers in. She's like at this Winn-Dixie, literally going row by row, opening up food and just eating it. Just eating it. Just eating the food.
What?
I was like, what? I was like, what am I seeing right now? And which is already weird, but like maybe she's gonna like put part of it in her cart and like bring it all up to the thing at the end and be like, I got hungry on
the way
on the trip, man. I don't know. I was like, I'm so hungry. I don't know. But then she had somebody walk up to her, an employee, and he was like, ma'am, we've noticed that you've been enjoying the products that we offer here. It was really nice. We're just gonna need you to pay for them first before you continue to eat them. And she's literally eating a popsicle at the time. Like she's putting food in her mouth, and she's like, I haven't eaten anything. I have not eaten a thing at all. I'm like, only in Florida, man. Only in Florida. All of my crazy tales.
I mean, did she leave or did she pay or like what happened? Like,
well, we were young at the time, so they continued to talk about it. She continued to eat these popsicles. I mean, I believe that they just ushered her out of the store.
Okay.
And then more current non-Florida example was when my own retail history was, so there was this man who was very, very heavily intoxicated. I was working on 14th Street at the time. He was very heavily intoxicated, you could tell. He also was a recent burn victim, severe burn, like 3rd, 4th, 5th degree burn, whatever you're calling it. Like your face is gone. He's bleeding through his clothes. I'm like, you should probably not be out.
You should go home, yeah. What?
You know, but again, like I said, I don't care if you are. I don't care who you are.
Yeah. Like,
I don't care what's happening. I'm not about to be rude to you.
Yeah.
Not about to be. Obviously, you're already down and out. Like, I really need to come up to you, Mr. Burn victim, bleeding through your shirt, and be like. However, he had a drunk prostitute with him as well.
Oh my god.
Who puked in our fitting room on an Alexander Wang shirt, which sucked.
Oh my god.
And then he's just up there. He dropped his phone, smashed it. And it was my job. My manager at the time was like, okay, I need you to just get him out of the store. And so I want to do it in the most respectful way possible. But it's like also very, you're like, how should I approach this situation? You are bleeding from the shirt, the face. You got a drug prostitute in the back.
Right.
The fuck? So I just kindly told him, I was like, there's a van right outside. I think you'd be more comfortable. Like, we can get your phone and bring it to you. So that was pretty crazy. And those are my lighthearted, crazy ones. If you want to know about, like, the traumatic things from my actual childhood, they're way crazier. But it's a little more lighthearted, like, people eating popsicles and saying they're not. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, but you're putting it in your mouth.
I mean, if you're inclined to give any of the ones from your childhood, you totally can, but I don't want to.
I mean, I'm pretty, fine with it. I would say definitely the actual craziest thing that's certainly ever happened to me was when my sister and I were basically kidnapped. I know, skirt. We're like, we were talking about popsicles. Yeah, so when we were young, a lot of my childhood is very blank in my mind because it was traumatic. It's fine. It happens to people.
Yeah.
You got to move on and make something of your life and zigzag in the future. That's what I always say. But yes, a man came to our house with a baseball bat, smashed my mom's car up, came in, grabbed us, tried to put us in a vehicle. I kind of blanked out for the rest of what happened, but I know that my mom, feisty devil that she is, she got us back before we were taken to a second location. Never go to that second location, you about to die. So yeah, that, and then many things. Having a father with substance abuse problems, you're gonna see some things that you really wish you had not.
Yeah.
So I've seen a lot of really terrifying things. Being almost kidnapped was pretty.
And this was just a complete stranger that came to your house with a baseball bat. That's crazy.
Yeah, complete stranger. He was hired by somebody who my mother knew because she had been in a relationship with them.
Okay.
But yeah, and then, but again, growing up, you can Google it, Broward County, Florida. Growing up, like, you didn't go outside at night. Like, we've had to jump in bushes because people were chasing us. Like, and again, my sister and I, this is something that people always call me out on. They're like, who are you talking about? Is this like the royal we? I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm used to referring to myself as we. Hey, baby. But yes, we've been in very dangerous situations because of our background. And, the number one thing I always say is, you just can't hold on to it forever. I watched my 80-year-old grandfather hang on to things that had happened in literally like 1935. I'm sorry your dad didn't like you as much as he liked your brother. You're 80 years old, man. You got to get past it. Move ahead. Make your own life. But yeah, no, I've seen lots of crazy stuff. Crazy stuff that most people won't believe. And my least favorite thing to hear is, like, oh, everybody's family's crazy. Everybody's family's got their issues. And I'm like, you're talking about, like, your kooky aunt.
Yeah.
Who always brings that horrible, like, ambrosia salad. And I'm not. I'm not talking about that. Yeah. And I'm like, yep, cuckoo stuff, dude. Like, what? Your husband didn't put the groceries away. Hate that.
Yeah.
I'm like, almost kidnapped, homeless, like, different stuff. We were different lives. But it's fine. You gotta make your own life. I moved out at 17 and took it from there.
And you're killing it.
Thank you.
You're killing it.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Of course.
I really appreciate that.